Hello everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Empowering Voices. We are very proud to have today a special guest, Francesca. Hello, Francesca, welcome. We are super excited because Francesca is, after reading a bit of her story, is what I can call a modern hero. And very soon you will know why. As you know, we start the conversation with some powerful and motivational words, and the ones that resonate more with Francesca today are live with passion. And for those of you who are watching, this is one of the pieces where I embroidered the words and that you can find on the website. But no more talking from me. We want to know, we want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. And please tell us who you are, what you do, why, and why live with passion.
Fantastic. Well, first of all, thank you so much, Mara, for having me on. It's an absolute honor to be here and a pleasure. So my name is Francesca Aproskie, and I am the proud owner of a dance fitness company called Dance Through the Ages Limited. So the reason I chose Live with Passion, wow, well, there's a lot of reasons for that, but one of the main things is my previous career was as a senior HR professional, and in February of this year I decided that actually life had taken a different turn. I wasn't living life with passion. I wasn't fulfilling my dreams. I wasn't really giving back in any way, shape or form. So I decided to quit my full-time job. Very scary in the middle of the pandemic.
Yeah, you're very brave. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, very brave, very foolish, some may say, but and really follow my dreams and follow my passion. So I've always loved fitness. I've always loved Zumba. I don't have a dance background. I don't have a dance background at all, but I love going to the gym, doing classes, so combat classes, Zumba classes, things like that. And I love the community feel that it brings, the connections that you make, and just sort of sweating and glowing with other people, really, really resonates with me. And you can be so expressive with dance.
Definitely.
It's just about expressing yourself. And I call it having a wiggle and a giggle. So, I was really fortunate that my Zumba instructor was very, very encouraging. I always used to hide like behind a pillar. And she was like, no, come to the front. I was like, no.
Show yourself, talk through your body.
Show us your moves, So I was like, oh, okay, fine. And she actually said to me in 2019, why don't you do your instructor course? And I was like, oh, wow. Not really sure whether that's for me. And she said, I really do think that it is for you. So why don't you go do it? And then you can make your own mind up. So in May of 2019, I was really lucky. I qualified as a Zumba instructor. Amazing. And
was it ever something that you thought, or something like it would be my dream, but I'm not a dancer, professional dancer, I will never do it, or you never thought of becoming an instructor?
Never thought I'd be where I am now. If you'd have asked me when I was 10 years old, do you see yourself as a Zumba instructor and the owner of a dance company, I'd have gone, no.
What?
What? Who? No, absolutely not. I mean, I'm not the most elegant, but I'm not like ballet. I'm not elegant. I'm nowhere near
your style is another one.
Fine.
Yeah.
But it's fun and it's energy. So as I say, at the time I had a really stressful job. I was a senior HR professional for quite a high-powered organization. So I was working all the hours God sent. We were dealing with global companies around the world, 110 countries. Work-life balance was not exactly great at the time, let's say. So, so as I say, just balancing Zumba as well, just, going to the gym, enjoying it. And then in 2019, in June, I had to have quite a serious operation. And my health hasn't been that great throughout my adult life, and I've had a series of operations, but it got to the stage where life had become rather untenable. And so I elected to have a permanent colostomy bag. Oh. So I went for colostomy surgery in 2019 in June.
Scary. Wow.
Yeah. It was, scary, but I have an amazing supportive network. I've got the most incredible family. My husband's amazing.
That's great.
And again, live life with passion. It was about, we're not living life with passion. There is a third leg in our marriage, and I'm not living anywhere near like as happy as I want to be. So yes, it was a big decision. And so we went for the surgery, and the first surgery didn't work. I'm very lucky to be here. The NHS.
We are very lucky to have you
again.
Here, definitely.
And yeah, so ultimately I survived the operation, and yeah, it came out raring to go. And I just thought, while I was actually recovering, goodness me, you know, because anybody who's had abdominal surgery will know that, you know, you have to hoik yourself out of bed and get down the corridor with everything coming out of you. And, you know, those first steps are really quite challenging. Yeah. And if somebody had just come into the ward and, you know, just played some music or checked on, you know, us to see how we were doing, or, you know, music is so empowering. Music is full of passion. It invokes so many memories, so many different things for different people, that I think it could have really helped my recovery quicker. And it was during that time that I was like, what am I doing with my life? Like, I have actually almost not, you know, I'm nearly died. Yeah. So it's kind of a wake-up call. Yeah. Well, you kind of reflect and think, oh, what have I done with my life? So,
actually, you had not only a wake-up call, but also the time to think and realize that life is one. We normally don't think, no, we say, okay, later, I will do it later. We procrastinate even big decisions. And so let's say that, of course, the situation was a scary, negative, big one, but on the bright side, pushed you to think.
Oh, absolutely. And Mara, for me, life is a gift. You know, every opportunity is a gift. And, you know, even a negative setback, there's a learning to be taken from it. So for me, my glass is always half full or quarter full. It's never really empty. You can always fill it up. And yeah, so I just thought, well, what do I want to do? HR is very challenging because obviously you're serving other people in a very different way, but the stress and the negativity that comes with that, I sort of
you absorb
home it. And you do. You can't.
You cannot avoid it, of course.
Exactly. So I had a long road to recovery. It was 8 months. So I came out of hospital in the July, and my family and I had a ski holiday booked in the December. So I was determined to go skiing. And 12 weeks after surgery, I actually did the night walk for cancer. So I did the 10-kilometer night walk for cancer around London.
Wow. And how did you push yourself to be fit, to do something like that after such a short time when normally the recovery is much longer?
So I did have a walking stick, and I had made sure that I'd got what I call match fit before my operation. So because I elected to have the surgery, and I'm very fortunate to be in this position, I realized that not many people are as fortunate as I am to be in this position to actually go, I'm going to have a bag. Some people wake up with one. And I think because I'd got into the mindset of I'm going to have one, it prepared me mentally for, you know, what was coming. So not only was I mentally fit, I was physically prepared as well. So I'd trained a lot with my personal trainer, really got my core strength sorted. So I was in a very, very good physical fitness state. So I was able to do that. And I think that's sort of where it sort of live life with passion comes in, because after surgery, you do feel empty and you're scared. You know, and you think, my goodness me, everything that I've had, I might not be able to do anymore. And my job, my role now is, as I see it, is to really inject that passion back in and say, you can do it. Look, I am I've got a stoma. I'm a Zumba instructor. I'm just about to go and train to be a qualified ski instructor for 3 months in France. So don't be defined by your bag. Don't see the bag as a constraint. You know, it's part of you, yes. But, you know, at the end of the day, I've named mine, because if he's having a bad day, it's not me. It's just having a bit of a moment.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah,
actually, I think when we give a name to our fears, or in this case, anyway, it is a sort of fear that walks with you, we reduce their power. And it's a trick that we can use normally with negative mindset, but I can see that it works also with the physical things. Yeah.
Absolutely. And for me, it's about moving.
And what's his
through.
name? Or her name? I don't know.
Well, a lot of people will understand this. It's Boris. He was named before our prime minister.
Okay.
Prime minister, but he was still full of hot air then.
Yeah,
so,
it works perfectly well.
Works for me. And you see, it makes you smile, and it makes me smile. And I think also laughter is a very good remedy. But for me, it's about moving through fear. Fear is a state of mind, and it's like almost like a muddy puddle, you know, just trying to get through it. And once you've done it, and you've taken those first few steps, it's not as
you
bad.
feel liberated.
Yeah, dive head first in, go for it. You know, it's but there's a lot of people that struggle with that, and you know, so part of my almost giving the passion back is to kind of, you know, show them that it is possible. It is possible. So as I say, I got match fit, both physically and mentally, was able to go skiing at Christmas. It was a lot of hard work. It was a lot of determination, but I wanted it. And I think once you've turned the corner, and, you know, a lot of your listeners will appreciate this, once you've sort of hooked yourself on it, I can do this, you turn the corner.
Yeah,
then
there's that click that makes everything possible. Although, so I mean, you say, sorry?
And then the pandemic hit and I wasn't able to teach at all, so I launched online.
Yeah, look, I mean, it's amazing. You said that you have a support around you, family, friends, husband.
Yeah.
But I think your energy, I mean, you have such an energy that only with the support wouldn't have been possible. I think your determination, your passion, your strength makes wonders, definitely. Were you like this also before your surgery?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've always been a bit sort of crazy.
No, well, crazy actually for me is a compliment. So
yeah, but yeah, what do people say? I'm, you know, like a jack in the box, lots of energy. So yeah, I call it like a bubbling fountain, you know.
You're so funny. You're lovely. Yeah, really. And then, so tell us, so you achieved also going to ski. So yes. You didn't have to cancel the holiday?
No, didn't have to cancel, and it wasn't as bad as I thought. You know, it was great. And so came back, was ready to go back to work, was ready to actually go and teach Zumba face to face. And then the pandemic hit. So COVID arrived and I was like, oh, that's unfortunate.
What a disappointment.
So I was actually balancing, because obviously we were all working from home then. So the pandemic's actually been a gift for me because I was able to launch my side hustle, which it was then, teach online, teach virtual classes at lunchtime, make sure that people were energized through the day, sort of given that passion for working again and keeping going during the pandemic and building a community. And I'm really fortunate in the fact that, you know, the pandemic's opened up the world to me. And not just me, my other fellow instructors. I mean, I've met people from all the way around the world.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have met Claudie.
Yeah, I saw, I mean, a lot of opportunities, and we opened up also mentally to opportunities that we wouldn't have thought about. Yeah, definitely.
There's this incredible technology that we have around us now.
Yeah, we are quite fortunate because without this, the technological support, I don't know. I think
impossible.
Everything would have been impossible. So we would be in our corner, very sad and frustrated.
Totally. Yeah.
So you started your lessons online.
Yeah.
And
I did all my training, all my additional training online as well. So I'm now not only a Zumba instructor, but I teach Zumbini for children aged 0 to 4 with their caregivers. I teach Zumba Kids, which is 5 to 7 and 8 to 11. I teach seniors, so I teach Zumba Gold, which is for obviously the older population, and then those with mobility issues. So I can do it in the chair as well. And recently, Aqua Zumba, and Zumba Fitness. Wow. Yeah, so I literally did all of that training online. So I got qualified.
But so have you gone back to in person as well?
Yes.
Did you have the opportunity?
I did. So my very, very first, so this is the scary thing. So obviously I've been teaching online for almost, 12 months and a bit.
Wow.
And it was literally this year in August, moved house. I moved back to where I am now, and there was a cover class going, and I taught the very first class I taught was a cover class for Virgin Active.
Oh, wow.
And I had 20 people in the class in front of me. I was like,
for the first time without the screen.
It's fine. Move through the fear. Don't let them see it. It's fine. But it was great. And once the music starts, that's it. And all the
you
fears.
forget everything and you start. I mean, your body guides you. It's not the other way around.
Exactly. Yeah.
But of course, I'm wondering, because I never had the experience or the knowledge of living with Boris. How it works because the imagination is that you cannot move energetically like during a Zumba class.
You see, that's the common misconception.
Yeah,
you can do anything that as long as you're fit and you've been checked by your physician and they have said they've deemed that you are fit to exercise. You can do anything. I mean, I'm strapped up. I'm properly strapped up.
Yeah,
so I have a support belt.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you can do anything. And as long as it's not damaging to your health, and obviously of course,
I mean, you need the profession to tell you, of course. I mean, you don't wake up one morning, you become an instructor, for example. No. I mean, no.
But and I think it's just knowing your body, it's listening to your body, and that's what I always say to my participants. You've lived in your body for all your life. You know it better than anyone. If it starts to hurt, stop. Nothing should hurt. Everything should be an enjoyment. It should be fluid. It should be an expression.
Yeah, and also it's not a competition. Yeah, it has to be just pleasant and enjoyable. Yeah.
And feeling the benefits of exercise, that release, that enjoyment. We call it exercise in disguise. Zumba is exercise in disguise. So
because you are having so much fun that it doesn't seem
when you're
I think I need it. I became so lazy lately.
Yeah. Can't even remember what that feels like, but yeah. So come to a Zumba party. It's quite fun.
Yeah, no, for sure. And with your energy, I'm sure.
There's no judgment from my side. It's not like you're in a lesson where, you've been, assessed, or like a ballet and you've got to pass exams.
Yeah.
It's literally everyone coming together, having a bit of a wiggle and a giggle and just having fun. And that's it. I think as soon as you just have fun and just enjoy yourself, that's the main thing.
Definitely.
And I always say to my students, as long as you're moving, I don't care what you're doing. You could be going around in circles. Mum, these are my Zumba fingers. These are my mother's. She's like, I don't know this move. This is what I'm doing. So yeah.
That's great. That's really great. And so, I mean, you turned your life around and now your side hustle is your main job.
Yes.
And so let's say it's your main enjoyment.
Oh, totally. And to be honest, it's changed who I am. I mean, we all have a choice. And it was a scary choice to make, but I did it with all the knowledge that I had at the time. And I took that leap into the unknown and I stepped out my comfort zone and thought, right, I'm going to give myself 2 years. I'm in a position where I can do it financially. I'm very fortunate that I've earned what I need to. I can support myself for 2 years. If it doesn't work, I'll go back to HR.
Yeah,
it's not a problem.
Yeah.
But if I don't do it now, I'll never do it.
Yes, exactly.
Just think what I could achieve.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's, yes, of course, when you start up a new business, you've got the outlay, etc., and especially with music licenses and all the hidden costs that you don't see.
Yeah.
But what you give back and the energy that you get back, and especially now, like I say, we're teaching back face to face, I really do feel that I'm knitting a community together. And because I really do dance through the ages, I mean, I see the children and then I see their parents, and then I'm dancing with the grandparents later on,
Yeah.
So it's fantastic. And it's such a joy. And it really is just, I'm very privileged to be, in the position I am. So I've been,
well, you worked hard for that. It's not, nothing was given and offered for free, actually. So it's fantastic that it's, you got there exactly where you wanted. But do you have any other challenge that you want to achieve?
I mean, so
other dream?
I do, but being a ski instructor is not something as a profession that I want to do, but it's something for me that has always been a personal goal. So ever since I was little, I'd love the snow. I mean, it's snowing now. It's absolutely freezing outside. I mean, if you're in London, I had to dig my car out this morning.
Now here we have 3 degrees only.
No, it's white outside.
Wow.
So, making snowballs, going skiing, and we were very fortunate that, we were able to go skiing. I learned to ski in Scotland. Tiny weeny skis like this. So skiing's been a huge part of my life, and it's something that I do with my dad quite a lot. So, and with the whole family do it, but it's something that it's sort of dad and daughter time. It's really great.
The bonding moment.
Yeah, and I'm really, and it's his passion too. And so when my grandparents passed away a couple of years ago, they left me some money. So what I've done is I've saved up and saved up and saved up. And obviously then the pandemic hit, so I got my name down, going to Canada, lovely. And unfortunately then I had Boris. So the Canadian option wasn't really an option anymore because I couldn't have an ensuite. So that's my only challenge is toileting. I actually needed my own bathroom, clearly.
Of course.
Just purely from other people, really, rather than me. So I got in touch with the ski school, and they said, well, why don't you go and do it in France? I was like, you don't offer a course in France. And they said,
and it's around the corner, really.
Around the corner,
yeah.
So, I mean, now these latest restrictions, I don't know whether we're going to get to go, but, there's hope, isn't there?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's just a bit of patience. And I mean, it's, again, sooner or later we will go back to some normality after Christmas probably. I mean, now with all the craziness, but anyway.
But I've always got hope, and I think if you don't have hope, there's not a lot of point in carrying on. I'm
definitely.
I hope to go out in January, and it'll be a very intense. It's a six day a week course. You get to shadow with the best of the best, so the Aproskie Français, and 70 hours of instruction, of shadowing instruction, and then you can be a qualified ski instructor.
Wow.
So you can ski with me in the day, dance with me at night.
Yeah, wow, you never stop. It's unbelievable. I told you, you have such an energy. I mean, I don't know, I couldn't do it. I'm not very physical. I use my brain far too much, but I became a bit lazy, especially with age. But anyway, so you are, I mean, I admire people like you because it's constant adrenaline that it's such a positive thing, also for your mental health, of course, because it's all there, all one.
Yeah. And I love languages as well. So I'm really fortunate that I've been studying French as well. So I did French A-level, but I've been keeping my French up. So hopefully when I get there, I'll be able to to
communicate freely. Yeah, that's great. And also because when we have dreams and we reach them, I mean, we cannot stop. Because if you stop, I mean, the dream that you achieve, it becomes normality and you need the next one, right?
Yep.
And then the next one, and then the next one. That is the beauty of the adventures in life.
So my next adventure after this, when I come back, is I'm going to design.
You have already one.
Oh yeah, I'm already there. So I'm going to design my own fitness program for ostomates, people like me. So I've been working with Colostomy UK. So I've been very fortunate in the fact that I've delivered online classes for ostomates like myself. So I've done 2 sessions of 8 weeks, and we've had ostomates dancing all around the world together. There've been 35 people online. And we all dance together. We all put our belts on. We all get moving.
It's so amazing because I think many people get a bit down and they think they cannot do it. See, I mean, what I think is the majority of people think that you cannot move or enjoy life like you did before. Actually, you have so much energy. Probably you're enjoying it even more.
I think so, yeah. But I mean, there are some people that obviously aren't as fortunate as myself. So again, it's just working with your body and what it allows you to do, and even finding enjoyment going outside for a walk, or just having mindfulness, doing a bit of mindfulness and having a cup of tea, enjoying a bubble bath, or whatever it may be. If you can't go out and do physical sport, totally understand. But find your own enjoyment, find your own passion.
Yeah, even in the small things, so you don't have to reach the top of the mountain all the time. Of course not.
Yeah. And I think that's it. It's finding something that makes you happy, finding something that you want to do. And it's a little gift to yourself, you know, that makes you smile inside. So as I say, that's my next goal. It's to design my own program, my own physical fitness program for ostomates, to actually help them pre-surgery, get them through surgery, obviously work with a medical team, and then work with them post-surgery as well. So actually getting them back to...
Oh, this is a really good gift for the community, I think. Yeah, well done, you.
Yeah, thank you. So I've been very, very fortunate in the fact that I've actually got, I was contacted by somebody online, and I've now done it. It's the mental health and exercise coaching qualification. So I've become one of the first batches in the UK of the mental health and exercise coaching.
You're unstoppable.
So I haven't stopped. I literally haven't stopped. So I quit my full-time job in February. I've done a legal course. I've made sure I've got 2 registered trademarks, so the business is all up and running and it's all legal and above board. And yeah, I've really kept going, and I've followed my dreams because I know that I can help. My legacy, I would like to give something back. I want to be able to help people and feel the enjoyment that I feel out of life now.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have to look for a toilet. I'm not planning like my next disaster, or, you know, I can actually go out and live. I'm not having to carry clothes in my bag because I don't need to anymore.
Yeah.
And it's a freedom. It's something that I've not had for so many years. And I think recently I've realized how much it was restricting me. Because I was always like, oh gosh, well, I can't do this.
Yeah, well, it becomes a habit anyway, and you don't realize the restrictions till you get rid of them, of course. Yeah.
But then, like, what would we say? You spread your wings, you learn to fly, and
yeah.
So I'm flying high at the moment.
Yeah, and we are very happy. We are all very happy that you are flying high.
And if I can share some of that joy and just give something back and inspire just one person, then I've done a good job.
I'm sure, for sure, on this episode, you inspired many people. And I always say, even if you moved one person, it was you achieved the max, at least for the day.
Yeah, exactly. And as I say, life's a gift. And I do have, you know, you'll have seen my website, but one of my power words when I'm feeling like really, because I am a human like everyone else. I mean, I'm not superhuman. But when I'm feeling really down and I'm like, ugh, you know, believe is one of my power words. So, and it's an acronym, and it stands for be brave, empathize. So that's the other E. L, lead, inspire, and embrace life, and have a vision, but most of all, empower.
My goodness, it's beautiful. Okay, I love the word, but then it is even an acronym. It's amazing. And you know that
you can embroider it now.
Yeah, no, I have the belief.
It's another word for you.
As an acronym is even better. You inspired me with that. You know, exactly, because I work with the words. I mean, they can make a huge difference, and it can be a bit the guidance in moments.
Powerful.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, I because I've been thinking about it, and I wanted to share that with you because it was just, it was very fitting when Cordy had said, you know, that this is what you do.
Definitely.
I was like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I can't wait to meet this lady.
Super. Look, it's really inspiring and motivating. I feel full of energy, like I had the Zumba class. No, I'm joking, but I'm very curious actually to join. Really, I told Cordy is a common friend, also, that I should start moving myself a bit more. So she's a yoga instructor and a Bolly X instructor. So
yeah,
I'm a bit crazy like you. So Zumba would work much better.
Yeah, we actually did a collaboration for Christmas last year. So there was 3 Bolly X instructors and 3 Zumba instructors, which worked really well. So we did it for charity. So
that's beautiful.
I will let you know if we're doing it again this time.
Yeah, I was going to say any new collaboration, the 2 would be because also Cordy is full of energy.
Absolutely. But for me, Mara, it's about being. I do have a phrase. You asked me about a phrase at the beginning, and my phrase is, you can't be what you can't see.
Yeah.
So if you can't see anybody with a colostomy bag doing what I do, you don't think you can. It's almost like, there was Lewis Hamilton said, a black person in Formula One or a woman in Formula One. It's exactly the same thing. It's about being really brave, really confident with your colostomy bag and saying, you can do this. I can. Yeah. And, Boris is going to have a bit of an off. I might be having a great day, but, and you roll with it. And you do, and you learn an incredible resilience with it. Sure. And you learn a lot about yourself. It is a journey, but every journey starts with that first step. Take that first step, be brave, believe, and you'll be fine.
You are great. You are great. You are really a great motivation. And I really hope many people listen to this episode because it's totally worth it. I just want to remind everyone that to reach out for Francesca. I mean, all the details are in the post, in bio, on YouTube website. I mean, you cannot miss it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Happy to speak to anybody. Don't feel afraid to reach out. And if anybody is actually looking for support for a colostomy, Colostomy UK have a fantastic Facebook group, and we're all on there. You can ask any question you like. So please do reach out to us. Become part of the community.
Let's shout it out there, and thank you for the support and the energy and the motivation and all you do, and the example that you are. There's a great hope, and we can if we want.
Absolutely. Well, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, everyone. See you soon. Bye.
Yes. Bye.